welcome to Studio 5. Here's a quick look at this week's exciting lineup.
Where is the choir? I can't hear them singing.
Brunes Charles helps to pen these incredible lyrics and earns a Grammy nod.
I literally could cry. Just sitting back thinking of how far God has brought me.
We're bringing holiday cheer from Kevin Costner.
They say Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year. A chance for families to gather together and celebrate the amazing story of a newborn king.
And a pup named Merv at the center of a new holiday romantic comedy.
Okay, Merv, I have something to tell you.
And we begin with Brunes Charles. He's an award-winning musician and producer, and he's now nominated for a Grammy as a writer on a song with Tasha Cobbs Leonard and John Legend. It's called Church.
Where is the choir? I can't hear them singing. Where is the preacher? I can't hear him preaching.
Sitting here on the heels of a Grammy nomination.
Who would have known? I don't consider myself a writer.
Where is that feeling?
I had the music side, the producing side, but in terms of like writing a song, I never saw myself as writing a song. And so one day I just decided to own it. I was like, hey, I may not be able to write like you guys, but I can paint a story and I can give different concepts. And I think by doing it more, I eventually got better. And now I'm nominated for the first time ever as a writer, writing a song that Tasha Cobbs and John Legend is on.
Now I'm understanding you're more than a building when the service is over.
I literally could cry. Just sitting back thinking of how far God has brought me. And I listen to John Legend all the time on the radio, and I'd play his songs on the piano. And I'm talking to you and I'm like, I wrote a song that he is singing.
You'll meet me right here, and God, I'll be waiting. Oh, what a feeling.
I love what you posted when you got word of the Grammy. You said, yesterday I found out I'm nominated for a Grammy as a songwriter. I never saw myself as that, but God did. Every insecurity, every moment of doubt, he still covered me. I used to find excuses not to show up because I didn't feel qualified. But grace has a way of qualifying you for what you thought was beyond you. To whoever needs it, walk in the room and let God be God.
Yes, sir.
Is that a hard lesson for you to learn?
Ooh, it was a hard lesson for me to learn, because I would say not up until a couple of years ago, I would walk in the room that God would place me in and try to do it myself. The more I surrendered to God, it gave me a better picture of why am I in these rooms? And what's the assignment in these rooms when I walk in? Is it to come up with the most words? Or is it to just be who I'm supposed to be and let God just shine through me in that? And once I figured that part out, everything else became easier. Like, we would come in the rooms and we would just be like, hey, what are you going through today? And that would birth a song, you know? And just like church, we walked into the room and I was just like, man, how's everybody feeling? And from that conversation, the idea of church was birthed.
God, it's just you and me now. Tell me what to do now. Teach me how to have church on a Monday.
Any lines stand out for you?
Teach us how to have church on a Monday. Because church is easy on Sunday.
Yeah.
It is. And the hardest day is Monday, when everything goes back. You got to worry about work, life, kids, environment, the world. I think church has a way of, it's almost an escape from reality. Once you leave those four walls, it's a different story, and you got responsibilities and other things that you have to answer to. And so we were asking for the same grace that we find and same peace that we find on Sunday. Like, how do we find that on Monday? Church is really good on Sunday, but what about Monday? What about Tuesday? What about Wednesday, when you got to go through the week? And that's the line for me. Teach us how to have church on the hardest day, not when it's season.
Teach us how to have church.
And you can listen to Church featuring Tasha Cobbs Leonard and John Legend wherever you stream your music. Still to come, Kevin Costner has a new project to highlight the reason for the holiday season.
First off, he's Kevin Costner, and he has made choices in his career that have not been timid. He's made some big swings and been very bold, and this is another one.
A celebrated actor and director is bringing some cheer to the holiday season in Kevin Costner Presents The First Christmas. It's a TV special where he's sharing the wonderful journey of the birth of Jesus.
They say Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year. A chance for families to gather together and celebrate the amazing story of a newborn king.
So how do we arrive at Kevin Costner, a Christmas special for ABC?
One of our partners on this, Mark Pierce, and I were kicking around the idea a couple years ago about revisiting Christmas and learn together about why we celebrate this holiday every year. Who was involved and what was important, and perhaps what do we not know about it? It's like, hey, let's learn together, and let's approach the story with some humility and some curiosity. And, I think when you approach the Word of God that way, some amazing things can happen. So we'll see.
Whether you're a believer or just curious about the tradition, journey back with me.
How do we tell a story that we think we know already differently?
My true north was the scriptures, trying to go back to that as much as possible. And there's just been some color and some aspects that I think are often overlooked or perhaps misunderstood. And every part of whatever's in the Bible, there's a reason why it's there.
Looking back, how did God show up in the process of making this for you?
Well, the fact that it even exists is a miracle, man. It's like, I look at the title myself, Kevin Costner Presents The First Christmas. Like, what? We got this thing greenlit, in the summer. And so it was just sprint. And everything needed to line up and go right. And it did.
And why Kevin Costner?
Well, first off, he's Kevin Costner. And, he has made choices in his career that have not been timid. He's made some big swings and been very bold. And this is another one.
Paint a picture for us. The show begins, and what are we seeing? What are we looking at?
Well, essentially, we have an introduction where Kevin brings us into the world, and then we kind of go back in time, and he basically is our storyteller, and we go and we're essentially it's like watching a movie with Kevin Costner. So he takes us back to ancient Judea, and we find ourselves in the stages of Mary and Joseph and their engagement. And what does that mean? And what did that look like? And what's the significance of that? And then this incredible thing happens, and an angel shows up and tells Mary she's going to be the mother of the Son of God. What was that like? Not only the supernatural moment of what an angel looks like and all of that, but then what happened after. And imagine a teenage girl suddenly being told you're going to be the Son of God. And now you got to go tell your fiance, you got to go tell your parents, your future in-laws. And what's the cost of that? What's the risk of that? Well, it's stoning. It's death. If they don't believe you, it's adultery. And so just putting ourselves in that young woman's shoes and her courage and her faith to go, I don't understand all of this, but I'm saying yes, and I'm trusting you, Lord, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And then Joseph having to answer that same thing, and so many people along the way. So that's what I hope, is that we can just have a glimpse and appreciation of who Jesus is, why he came, and who his Father was sending him to. He's sending his son to this couple in this backwater town, in this evil empire, and going, you've got this.
Kevin Costner Presents The First Christmas is now streaming on Hulu and Disney+. Right now it's time for this week's Story in Pictures. Take a look at this week's Studio 5 Snapshot.
The holiday season is in full swing, and we invite you to slow down, take a moment, and take in the view. All the beauty of the holiday in big cities like New York, Atlanta, Chicago, and of course, from the comforts of your very own home. Make sure you pause and enjoy the beauty, and be sure not to forget the real reason for this holiday season.
And that is this week's Studio 5 Snapshot. Still ahead, a holiday romantic comedy featuring a broken-hearted dog.
You know, you just pour your cocoa, throw a blanket over everybody, and sit down and just really enjoy the movie and be reminded to be grateful for family and for relationships and for all the blessings.
Welcome back to Studio 5. Merv, it's a new holiday romantic comedy with a unique character at the center of the heartbreak. It's a dog. His name is Merv.
Okay, Merv, I have something to tell you.
Summarize the premise for those who have not seen it yet.
So Zooey Deschanel and Charlie Cox are a couple that have broken up, but they share custody of their dog, Merv. And Merv's depressed because they're broken up, and so they set out on a little journey to try to help Merv get over his depression.
The thing is, me and Russ broke up. You're gonna be okay.
What do you think sets this film apart from any holiday film?
I think that one of the things that we loved about this film is that it's a holiday film in the sense that it is set at Christmas, but that's not the whole spin of the movie.
You've been a miserable drip lately. No, I haven't. Really enjoying being by myself right now. I'll see you next week. I love you, bud.
Merv?
What's your first reaction after reading the script when it lands in your lap?
I'd been really craving doing a romantic comedy that was character-driven.
Are you okay?
Don't want to play fetch. Don't want cuddles.
Dogs are very sensitive to anything that throws their routine, like a breakup.
You think Merv is depressed because we broke up?
Where are the rom-coms? Because, like, that's all anyone seems to want to watch, and they're watching the same ones over and over again, and no one's making them.
Yep.
And so I was really happy to see one, and then Jess was attached to direct, and I was like, be my best friend, because she's the best, and then Charlie came on board.
Honestly, these two are the best team, and I have never, ever giggled so much, laughed so much.
We did kind of take each other, the three of us took each other hostage for the duration of the movie, you know, away from our families, and just had a blast.
Oh, no. What are you doing here? You've turned up dressed like some weird lady spy.
We both know he's happiest when we're all hanging out together.
I don't know that.
Patricia, why did you like it?
I just think it's holidays. We always look forward to the new Christmas movie. There's always some batch of new ones coming out, and this is one the whole family can watch. And, you know, you just pour your cocoa, throw a blanket over everybody, and sit down and just really enjoy the movie and be reminded to be grateful for family and for relationships and for all the blessings that, you know, we've been given.
What do you think this particular film around the holiday different? I think we all have our go-tos this season comes. Why do you think people will be adding this one to our go-to list now?
One close-up of Gus, who plays Merv, and you're finished. I mean, if you don't love that mugshot, then forget it.
I think I still have feelings for Russ. Anna, you're perfect together. Maybe Merv could stay in my room tonight?
Oh, no, sorry, Sally's just falling asleep. I'm sleepwalking.
Zoe, what's it like to play opposite a dog with a broken heart?
Well, you know what? Gus is extremely professional, very serious actor. I left the concept of this film because I think it's not something I'd ever seen before. I love romantic comedies, but the idea of one about a couple that shares a dog, I thought that was just really fresh.
I just want to be someone.
You still have feelings for him?
We're just two people who share a dog.
You share a dog. It's a red flag.
You look sad. Well, I hate to break it to you, but you can barely see. I don't need to see it, honey. I can feel it.
Do you have a hope for the film now that the world is about to see it?
There's something really important at the heart of the movie, which is that it is a romantic comedy, but it's about a couple who've broken up, but also who can't have children, which I think is... I haven't personally seen that story before, because a lot of stories about people not being able to have kids are kind of really serious, tragic stories set with gowns and hospitals, and that's not a huge part of the movie, but it's an element of it. And actually, I think there's something really unusual and quite important in putting those stories that affect so many people out.
Merv wants to communicate. This could be a window into his trauma.
What's he saying?
Hello, everybody. Oh.
It's lovely to find a script that's you know is going to be comfortable for everybody. Something that has a lot of love and hope and forgiveness in it. I mean, it's a story of redemption. About a relationship that is that is healed through the unique perspective of a dog.
Merv is streaming now on the Prime platform. Welcome back to Studio 5. As you know, music keeps this show moving every single week, and this week's soundtrack comes from Benson Boone. Take a listen, and you'll hear why Beautiful Things is what's playing in my ear this week.
I've got peace and I've got love, but I'm up and I'm thinking I just might lose it all.
On that musical note, we are just about out of time for this week's edition of Studio 5, so let's take a quick look at next week's rundown.
God so desires every single person knows him, and I'm like, I just want you to encounter Jesus, because there's a difference between being in the crowd and hearing the message of Jesus and being a disciple. And just Jesus wants us to be a doer of the word, not just a hearer.
Actress, producer, singer, and now author, Jen Lilly.
When I wrote this book, it's very bold. It was kind of like, oh, here's actually who I am on the inside that maybe I'll make known off camera, but I'm not necessarily, I have not been this bold.
She's sharing more from her devotional and her personal testimony. Please join us for that and so much more next week. As for this week, we've got time for just one more thing. We're going to give the final word to Brunes Charles. If you could go back and be in the room with that little boy asking Dad, please let me go, what would you tell him now?
I would say, you may not understand now, but one day you will. And to just stay in there, and it's not always gonna look pretty, it's not always gonna feel good, but it's always gonna be worth it. I've actually got to do way more than I could ever imagine. I knew what I wanted, but God knew what I needed. And so I'm so grateful.
Brunes, thank you. That's a great final word for this edition of Studio 5 and for this week's look at uplifting entertainment. Until next time, make time to uplift someone around you, and then please come on back and see where Studio 5 takes you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.